Sally Hall. King Crimson if they were theatercore, and 80% of their songs were Court of the Crimson King. AC/DC. Your dad listened to them in high school. Weezer. Yo, dude, you gotta check out this one band. They're super deep, bro. Oh, my dad was an alcoholic. Why doesn't this girl like me? Aerosmith. Your dad listened to them in college. Early Bo Burnham. Edgy high schooler who learned piano. Modern Bo Burnham. Tatsuro Yamashita. Thank you for your love. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. You only listened to Nanagon Infinity, didn't you? AJR. Legend has it that if you start to unironically enjoy their music, Brad Taste in Music will show up in the corner of your room and throw pool noodles at you. I would know, because I actually like AJR. Fight me. Dear Winter, I hope you like your name. What? Hey, what are you Eminem. Fell off after Godzilla. Lovejoy. Okay, so what if we did that, but more? Oh, yes, yes. The Beatles. You either think they're the best band to ever do it, or their mixing gives you a headache. There is no in-between. Jimi Hendrix. Your uncle listened to them after he dropped out. Slipknot. If you told me they used a distorted chainsaw instead of a guitar, I'd believe you. Musical Miracle. Okay, but what if... I was doing that, and he was doing that, and something, ruler of everything. Yes, you like JoJo. Billy Cobb. For when you want to listen to pop music, but don't want your rock fan friends to make fun of you. My Chemical Romance. Insert low-hanging fruit emo joke here. Green Day. You were mildly confused when they changed the lyrics to American Idiot on New Year's, but are overall fine with it. Black Sabbath. As the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Guns N' Roses. You either know 5 of their songs or all of their songs. The Mountain Goats. You like Moral Oral. Will Wood. A mental illness is an illness of the mind. The term includes psychiatric disorder, psychological disorder, mental disease, mental breakdown. Queen. Bohemian Rhapsody is mid. Frank Sinatra. You exclusively listen to songs from Nothing But the Best. Or are a fan of Evangelion. 21 Pilots. Imagine Dragons 2, Electric Boogaloo. Arctic Monkeys. You know that feeling when you make a part 2 to a video because the last one blew up way more than you were anticipating for how little effort you put into it? That's how it feels to drive a Ford F-150. Lemon Demon. You watch Steven Universe. And The Owl House. And Gandalf the Grey, and Gandalf the White, and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black. Pink Floyd. You have the patience of a saint. Gorillaz. Okay, so what if you mixed Britpop, rock, jazz, and hip-hop with animation and lore? Tame impala. You bought a bass because of the less I know the better. You haven't touched it since. Korn. Jack Stauber. You watched Benny Worm once. And now you can't stop. KK Slider. For when you're too good for some of the other Vocaloids. Or you're a Kamen Rider fan who really wants him in Smash Bros. But are fine settling for Go KK Rider being in it. AKA me. Oingo boingo. You cry every time you see a JoJo reference when looking up a song. Mastodon. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse, and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little, and see the watery part of the world. It is a way I have of driving off the spleen, and regulating the circulation. Whenever I find myself growing grim about the mouth, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever I find myself involuntarily pausing before coffin warehouses, bringing up the rear of every funeral I meet, especially whenever my hypos get such an upper hand of me, that it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately stepping into the street and methodically knocking people's hats off. Then, I count it high time to get to sea as soon as I can. This is my substitute for pistol and ball. With a philosophical flourish, Cato throws himself upon his sword. I quietly take to the ship. There is nothing surprising in this. If they but knew it, almost all men, in their degree, sometime or another, cherish very nearly the same feelings toward the ocean with me. There is now your insular city of the Manitos, belted round by wharves as Indian Isles by coral reefs. Commerce surrounds it with her surf. Right and left the streets take you waterward. Its extreme downtown is the Battery, where that noble mole is washed by the waves, and cooled by breezes, which a few hours previous were out of sight of land. Look at the crowds of water gazers there. Circumambulate the city of a dreamy Sabbath afternoon. Go from Marty Robbins. You play Fallout. Cavetown. Cavetown? More like Feeling City. The Longest Johns. You have Vietnam-style flashbacks whenever you hear Willemran. Rob Zombie. You freak out whenever one of his songs shows up in the show, and are then mildly disappointed when it's almost always Dracula. Red Hot Chili Peppers. You like people screaming random words in a random order that somehow makes a little sense. The Oh Hellos. You want to be aesthetic and in tune with nature, even though you're going to anger management therapy and punched a wall yesterday. Nirvana. You either hate Courtney Love or yourself. Tool. If you like Tool, the only thing you talk about is how good Tool is, and nothing else. The Sword. Heh, nerd. Aphex Twin. Either you love piano, or like your ears being assaulted by songs that will definitely get you banned from ever touching an Augs. Boy with uke. You lash out at people when they ask if he's the guy from Toxic. King Crimson. You learned of them from JoJo and are now obsessed with them, to the point you listen to them and talk about them every day now. AKA me. Coin. Who? Bring me the horizon. If someone mentions any word in Portuguese, you will fight them. That or you don't like the gay Chad meme. Wilbur Soot. Came for the ARG, stayed for the depression. Opal in the sky. You are a really nice and lighthearted person. $100 gex. Wait, what? You actually like them? Subscribe and join the membership. We're so close to 2,000.